This is End Session number 50 with the Deftones.
Life, I mean, really, it's hard to pick. Every song, if you listen to every song, there's a lot of different things being talked about. This record was a little bit different from our last couple records. Actually, all the records are kind of separate from each other. The first record, I can honestly say that I was a lot younger when I wrote a lot of the stuff, like probably 16, 17, when I wrote a lot of the lyrics for the songs, and at that age is kind of when I just felt real rebellious and kind of like, I don't know, just like everybody was like looking at me, or everybody wanted something from me, and I was very bitter, kind of pissed off, and that record kind of sounds a lot like that. The last record, or not the White Pony, but the Round the Fur record, Women, that record was just inspired by women in general. It's just like, I mean, and this record, you know, it has a lot of both, I think, it's kind of a combination between the first and second record. I mean, there's a lot of fantasy stuff on the record. I mean, I'm not saying even my personal fantasy, but just like visuals and things that I like that inspired me to write about, you know, that are things that happen in life. So there's nothing too. I try not to get too, you know, political or self-indulgent or, you know, whatever. It's hard sometimes when you're making a record, because you have to think about, no matter if you like it or not, you have to think about how other people are gonna, you know, perceive what you're trying to say. So that's why I'm very abstract about my lyrics when I write about them, because it's easier for people just to say, oh, he's just abstract. Okay. So what are we doing? Who's starting off what? We just play? Okay. You guys ready?
Just before I come to, move to the back of the car, where she made me touch the machine. You murderer, fucker! You untie me. Untie me for now. You said you were
That's one thing that we're kind of lucky for, that we always get to pick who we want to tour with us, and that's why a lot of the times we've come through, we've always kind of come with like, especially if it's our show, we usually bring a band that really hasn't been heard of before. You know, like last time we had this band Glassjaw on tour with us, and before that, like our last record we had like Quicksand, which a lot of people know about, but not too many people know about. You know what I mean? It's like they're a band that inspired us. You know what I mean? And they broke up, and we kind of like coerced them to get back together and write some more music and come on tour with us, and that was really cool. A band Far, which I see a shirt right there, that's like very a band that we love, so we try to bring them on as many tours as we wanted to. They broke up now, so that's sad, but I like to really get like young bands, like bands that are hungry and want to tour, you know what I mean, and because honestly, I mean, we were very lucky in the beginning by getting some of the tours we got, like opening up for, we played, I remember this place we're playing tomorrow, we would play with Ozzy and Korn, and I think it was like probably like, I don't know, 6 years ago or something like that. It seemed like a long, 96, not quite 6, but it was a while ago, and it was cool because we got a chance, people gave us a chance, you know what I mean, we had a new record out, and I remember even specifically we were here, and they told us that Adrenaline, our first record, went to like, I think it was at like 50,000 copies sold, and we were just like, oh my god, like bugging out on that, you know what I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool, we were very lucky, so we try to give other bands chances. On the Ozfest too, when we played the Ozfest, it was kind of hard sometimes because we played on the they were like sheds, you know, the places with all the seats in the front, and then all the grass area in the back. So every day we have a ton of fans, and I can tell our fans because a lot of them had like the red shirts, you know what I mean? Like you could see them all out there, and they were way out there, and then like in the front it'd be like scattered, like people, it'd probably be like 2 people there, like 5 people here, and it was like, you know, these people who probably paid like, you know, $300 or something like that for a ticket to see Black Sabbath, and they didn't give a shit about us. So like, they're like standing there, they're sitting there with their arms crossed, just like, oh man. And it's, you know, like even that, I mean, so it still continues to be hard. Anytime you open up for a band, but that's why, I mean, really, we don't really open up for too many bands. You know what I mean? We do spend a lot of time doing our own tours, and that's why, because it's the people that come to see us, and you know, I know it sounds kind of selfish, but that's what we like to do. So, like, we just want to move forward and do what we do, you know what I mean? And that, you know, which we enjoy doing, and not really pay attention to what's going on around us. Thank y'all.
Well, thank you.
Cavity moving through
Thank you. Well, I did. I got kicked out of school. That's true. That's good you brought that up right now. I'm trying to make me feel that. But it was more or less like, you know, when I got kicked out of school, it was kind of messed up. It really was like I wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? I wasn't that good, but I wasn't that bad. I don't think I deserved to get kicked out of school. So it was kind of like I've always had this kind of vengeance in me, like that was like, because I remember when I walked out of the principal's office, and my mom and my dad were with me, and they weren't even married. They were like, you know, had to go together because it was for me. You know what I mean? So it was already a weird predicament, like the thing already. And I get in the principal's office, and he's just like, oh, you know, you're kicked out of school. You got to go to continuation school. And I was like, and I remember just thinking to myself, like, you're ruining my chances at like doing something. I know I don't seem like, you know, the best student, but I wasn't, you know, I honestly feel I wasn't that bad. I had my credits and I was going forward. So it kind of like, this is kind of like, in a way, the song Back to School was kind of like a,
so it's like
big
school,
you
to set something on fire or anything?
No, I didn't set nothing on fire. No. What happened was we decided to try to like make a better song because it was just, it started off from, it was what was it? An interlude that we used when we played on the Ozfest, and then we added that chorus to it, which is the same chorus from the interlude. So there we had like, it wasn't really a song, it was just two things smushed together and made it into a thing, and we thought it's kind of like a really anthem type of feel for the end of the record. And then we figured we'll try to make more of a song with a regular structure to it too. So when we were recording The White Pony, we worked on both versions of it, and we ended up just kind of wanted to stick with with the long kind of slower version. And then with this version, we were just going to actually give it to a movie for a new Adam Sandler movie, and I thought it would just be a good kind of fun song that isn't like, you know, totally negative. I feel like a lot of the heavy music that's out right now is really like tortured, heavy, dark, like whatever. And I know we have, you know, slants of that in our music here and there, but I kind of wanted to make like a kind of a positive type of fun song, you know what I mean? And not a goofy party song, but, you know, something that's kind of like, you know, youthful and moving. And I think with, you know, our first record, we had a lot more of that on there, so it was good to actually, you know, get back to that. I think that a lot of people have been wanting for a long time.
Shit!
Let's do that one again. You chipped my tooth.
very fucking, since we're on the radio, much